Are your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
When students return next week to Eastmont High School in East Wenatchee, they'll be coming back to a much different place, whether they can see the difference or not. Like all Washington schools, the Eastmont District now has a radically different funding mechanism under the state's McCleary decision, which forces the state to pay a bigger share of local education money. The McCleary changes, which began in the Supreme Court and ended with the legislature, aim to even the playing field between local school districts, which were largely funded by local levies.
It's been a major decision that will affect schools for decades to come, and yet right now boards and school districts are having to go through the motions of trying to understand how this affects them.
The new taxing system should provide about $7 billion in new education funding over 4 years, but it means confusion for property owners this year as new state property taxes for McCleary overlap with school maintenance and operation levies that were already in place. By law, those levies will go down next year, which should bring tax bills back into balance.
It would be as if you had two different house payments coming in at the same time, one under your old finance system and one under your new finance system.
But over the last 2 years, the legislature has approved an additional $2 billion for teacher compensation, and teachers at Eastmont and Wenatchee are ready to come back to work this year with new contracts.
What's happening across the state is some significant raises, which are good for employees. We have a goal to be competitive in our wages and compensation in Eastmont, and I think most districts do. But at the same time, what's going to happen in the next 3 to 4 years is, at least for Eastmont, causes us some concern because we see our revenue increasing significantly for 18-19 and continues still strong for 19-20, but then starts to significantly drop off.
Jefferson Robbins, iFiber One News.